Hi, hello. I am just going to pop out a few invitations to see if anyone's around. How are you this evening? How are you doing? How is this wonderful wintry Saturday finding you? Let's pop these invitations out there. As usual, if you'd like to, hop on, like and share the page. Invite anybody you think would enjoy this to come and watch. That'd be amazing. And I appreciate you all. Okay. Hi, Lauren, you're here. Great to see you. I am a little early, I think. Oh, a minute early. Hi, sweetheart. It's lovely to see you here. We are going to be talking about celebrating our wins and sharing our gratitudes. Hi, so Naya's here, Claire's here, Chloe's here. That's fantastic. First things first, girls, I want you to pop something in the comments. Thanksgiving in America. We don't do that here in Britain, but, you know, we can piggyback on the vibe. I don't think there's anything wrong with piggybacking on the vibe. Hey, hey, what are we thankful for? What are you grateful for? And I would encourage you to look at the little things. I would encourage you to really look into those little nicky-nacky areas. Are you grateful for your real fire? Are you thankful for your best friend that popped over this afternoon and had a chat with you? Are you grateful and thankful for your furry four-legged friends? I've just moved an incense. Look, I'll show you this. My Buddha with his candle. You can see the candle. There he is. He's burning beautifully. And my incense stick. So that's why it's all gone a bit smoky. Hi, Penny. So what are you thankful for? What are we grateful for? I don't know if any of you saw my post from this afternoon. I kind of went on a bit of a memory lane trail. I found a post that popped up from this time last year with my Minerva planner, which I haven't got to hand, of course. And it kind of made me think, oh, that was a year ago. Okay, that was a year ago. And it was about releasing all fear and stepping into the power of the future. And I thought, wow, how it has happened since then. And I kind of did a post. Let me know if you saw it. Just pop on there. Yes, I saw it. Hi, Monica. Welcome. So I realised as I was writing down this post, and you can see it's quite a long one, that I'd done an awful lot in the last 12 months. And yet, most of the time, I have to admit, and I'm pretty sure you'll be similar, you get up in the morning, you're yourself, you're your same old self. And there's sort of a feeling of, well, you know, I'm just me. Don't really do anything interesting. Life's kind of, you know, it's not low level. It just, you kind of take things for granted. I suppose that's what I'm saying. We can take things for granted and we kind of sit in that space of same old, same old. But when I actually took the time to think about it, an incredible amount has changed in the last year. If you don't mind, I'm going to just move that light like that because it's a bit light for me. Let me know you can see me okay. Hi, Kerry. Claire said she's grateful for being where I am and who surrounds me. That's beautiful. Well done. You're in a beautiful place, Claire. Naya said, I'm grateful for you. You always make me smile and light me up. Oh, sweetheart. Mwah. This isn't about fishing. This is really about you being grateful for what's in your life. Kerry's just popped on. We were actually having this conversation yesterday, weren't we, Kerry? About our gratitudes and appreciations, because those of you that know Law of Attraction, you know for a start that it starts with being happy for where we are right now, and that then brings more good stuff into us. But the post I had today, I realized how much I've done. You know, I've created my first e-course. Now, this isn't bragging, because those of you that know me know that for sort of 20 years I've been doing what I do and giving it away for free and being helpful and being a bit of a doormat and being there for everyone, and then suffering with depression. Being really out of alignment, really sort of, I suppose, highly skilled, and I have skills and talents, but I was just literally throwing them out there like crumbs to anyone that would pick the crumbs, and I had no value or self-worth. So for me, this last year, the change has been valuing myself, actually hiring a coach, putting my money where my mouth was, getting the credit card out and going, yes, I'll pay you. I trust you. Working through her training and really learning from it. And then on the back of that, setting up my first course actually having paying customers, women who have invested with me to help them to feel better and seeing them come out the other side. On top of that, hundreds and hundreds of one-to-ones that I've done with people in order to let them know what work I do, in order to help them move from where they are and offer them the opportunity to work with me if they want to. So for some people, it's the right thing to do. For some people, they don't need that help or it's not the right time for them. All these things matter. So I'm really amazed that I went from trundling to creating a course, getting paying clients. I've nearly finished writing the book that will accompany the course. I've created my gorgeous oracle cards, which are now going through another little revision, and they're going to look even more beautiful because another designer's popped on and helped me with a little bit of a flourish. Good morning, Donna, in the Midwest of America. 11 o'clock in the morning for you, I think, isn't it, sweetheart? So yeah, these are going to look even better because there's been yet another design element added into them. So I've made a product, you know, I didn't just sit down and draw pictures. I've actually made a physical product, which you guys can all buy. And for this weekend as well, there's a special offer. So if you want to know what the special offer is, you want to know how to get hold of these, plus some one-to-one with me, plus access to my 8-week online course. If you're interested in all of those things, just for this weekend because it's Thanksgiving, Black Friday, blah, 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 put in the comment, I'm interested, and I'll be able to hook you up with a rather special offer. 2 packs of cards, 1 one-to-one session, and an 8-week digital course. £97, 97 quid. Okay, 2 packs of cards, 1 one-to-one session with me, and an 8-week course. Just for this weekend, okay? So I can get as many of these orders in as possible. So if you'd like to take me up on that, I haven't got a sales page. You know, I'm not technical. I just literally thought it up yesterday and thought I want to get these cards in people's hands. So what will help you? So having some time with me, having the course to go through at your own leisure, just as a digital course, and 2 packs of cards. That's 1 for you, 1 for a friend. I can't say fairer than that. If you're interested in that special gift, then pop your comments in there. Yes, Naya, I can't wait to get your cards to you too. They won't be long. I'm really close to pressing the button. I just need a few more orders in so that I can order those cards and get that print run done. So, are we grateful? Are we happy? Are we chirpy? We're coming from all over the world. Kerry said, hello, lovely. Yes, we were. And I've plastered an A4 page full of colourful gratitudes. Well, I am thrilled with that, Kerry. That makes all the difference. So I want some more gratitudes. What about your celebrations? You know, this group's brilliant at bigging up our girls and celebrating our little wins. So who's here? Who's celebrating? Have you achieved something? Have you let go of something? Have you made a step in the right direction? Have you finally realised how freaking awesome you are after maybe months or years of being literally living under a rock? Please share your little wins in the comments because you know this group, we want to celebrate you. We want to flood the screen with likes and hearts and give you some real whoop whoop thumbs up because you deserve it. And that's why you come here. You want to feel good. You want to see what's going on. I know you're waiting for your readings, but there's got to be more going on. So come on, I want your comments in. Stick your comments in. Claire said, I stood up for myself and it felt so good. Okay. Now, this is a big deal for someone who is generally let it go. Okay. So you stood up for yourself, Claire. That's fantastic. Donna says, I've written an outline and a few essays for my book this week. It's on its way through the birth canal. Now, that can be both elating and painful. That's it, everyone. Come on. Hearts for these girls, hearts for these ladies who are sharing with us exactly what they've achieved this week. Fantastic. I wish I could press hearts because I'm the host. There's nothing I can press. So all I can do is stand here and flap my arms around and talk like a mad woman. Fantastic stuff. That's really exciting. What about the rest of you? What are you grateful for? What are you really excited about? Even if you think at the moment you're sitting and you're looking at life and it's a great big empty pot of nothing and life's tough, and it's difficult and it's challenging, you know, actually you've got even more to celebrate. Are you holding it together when you know you could easily just fall apart? Are you making ends meet when the ends are like 10 foot apart? Are you managing to still turn up every day, even though something quite significant in your life would give you a really good reason to just close the curtains and hide in bed? Because that needs credit too. That needs celebrating. And on Thanksgiving and around this time, I think it's really important sometimes to just remember, I get up every day and I get my kids to school and I feed them and they're healthy and I'm still turning up for my people. And that's amazing that you do this. And we mustn't underestimate those little wins, because we could be all hooked up in all the big shiny stuff. But that little stuff is the stuff of life. Naya said, I'm really excited. I joined my dream band and did my first rehearsal. Are you a singer, Naya? I had no idea. That's really exciting. Congratulations. Hearts, 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 hearts from me. Hearts, hearts, hearts. That's brilliant. Nikki's here. Hi, Nikki. How lovely to see you here. Nikki, what wins are you celebrating right now, my darling? What are you grateful for? And happy Thanksgiving to you in the States. A couple of you can genuinely have a happy Thanksgiving. Donna, you can have one. Nikki, you can have one. I'm not sure how many other people are genuinely here from the States. Penny, I think you might be, if you're still here. I think, are you in America? Forgive me for not remembering. Hi, Phil. Phil's popped in. I love it when the boys pop in. They pop in, they look, they peep, and then they pop out again. Do say hi. It'd be lovely to chat to you. And here's here's Russell. Sorry, Russell. Phil, Russell, say hi. You pop in and you peek at me and then you peek away again, and I can see you there. So come and say hi. Just say hello. We are celebrating a form of Thanksgiving. We're looking at sharing our little wins. And we're also going to be pulling some cards quite soon. So, well done. Here's Becky. How you doing? Claire says, clumsy fingers. That's because you spelled like Naya's name wrong. Okay. This is all cool. So I'm really, I'm really glad. And one of the things I'm grateful for is for you guys, for being here and being able to do this every week. Because if you didn't turn up to watch me, if one week you decided, no, I'm just not going to bother, I'd be sitting here talking to myself. And that really wouldn't get me anywhere. So how hard is it? How hard is it to feel grateful? How hard is it to allow yourself to sit in gratitude, especially if life's difficult? When you're being challenged, when things are difficult for you, if maybe you haven't got all the money you want to have, if maybe you haven't quite got the relationship that you dreamed of, or the relationship you've got is not exactly the shape you wish it was, if the situation around you, maybe with family or maybe with work, is less than perfect, and let's face it, that's 99% of all of us. Hi, Alex. How hard is it for you? And I'd love for you to tell me in the comments. How hard is it to sit in gratitude for what is good and for what is real? And sometimes, you know what? The breath. I can breathe. My lungs work. My body is fit and healthy. And I'm waking up this morning and I can breathe. And if that is the gratefulness you have to reach to, if you're like, it shouldn't be the bottom, should it? That should actually be one of the most amazing things we're grateful for. But if you have to almost go to that fundamental level to find gratitude, you can build up. But how hard is it? How hard do you find it to accept the concept of sitting in gratitude when life kind of throws a lot of stuff at you? Let's have a look. Kerry said, Sylvie said, hi. Hi, Sylvie. Kerry said, I have gratitude for having little money as I'm not buying into commercial Christmas. This means I'm making some presents, which is great. It is. It really makes you more creative. And, I have got more money this year than I've had in the past, but it's still, Christmas just isn't even on the list. It just isn't even important. It's not something, I just refuse to get caught up in it. It's my daughter's birthday on Tuesday, so she tends to get the priority. Then my husband's birthday is on Friday, and he kind of gets a little bit ignored because we've done it all for Tuesday for her. But I don't know, just can't get excited about Christmas. We'll bung a bit of cash in some cards for the kids so they can go shopping and do a bit of spending. Beyond that, it's a few boxes of chocolates, maybe a nice roast dinner on the day, and some stuff on the telly. And it's little to no of an event for us. It's just not important. We enjoy the colour and the sparkle, of course, but I'm much happier sitting reading a book on the 21st, lighting a candle, gathering with some beautiful women as a midwinter festival or a midwinter circle, telling stories, sharing hugs, sharing smiles. I will be doing one of these on the 21st, incidentally. I don't know, somehow, by hook or by crook, I will gather us all together on the 21st, because I want to do a midwinter circle for all of you guys, because I think it would be beautiful, and we can all share gifts. And those gifts can come in all different shapes and sizes, but we will see. We can all share some gifts into the circle on the 21st. So pop that on your calendar. Okay, I'm going to have a quick look at the comments. Naya said it becomes easier. Nikki said it's very difficult. Before that, Nikki said, thanks, my love. I'm thankful for life, for family, and all needs being there. Absolutely. I mean, let's start with the basics. Aren't we blessed? We have food on food on the table, a warm house. I'm sat here now, the central heating on. I have the internet. I have, the bills are paid. I can do this for you. I'm not being cut off. I'm not on the street. So totally grateful for the very, very basic things before we even get onto the big shinies. Nikki said it's very difficult. I've been struggling to maintain perspective. I'm sorry, I seem to have lost the ability to speak. Dealing with all of the spiritual and mental attacks. I can imagine how tough that is for you, Nikki. And have you got the support you need, sweetheart, to make sure that you are held and that you are protected through this time? And if you want any extra help with that, please just give me a shout. I'm more than happy to be a warrior and stand behind you and protect them. I'm very tall. I'm 6 foot tall. I used to be 6'2", then 6'1.5", then 6'1", and sadly, now I'm about 6 foot tall. But I'm still taller than most of you. So I can stand behind you and be the warrior angel to protect you. So Nikki, shout out if you need some more woman power. You have all of us, I believe. I'm seeing these hearts flying now, and I think this is us all saying, we've got your back, Nikki. We have got your back. Claire said being truly grateful is finally getting easier. I always feel guilty for not doing enough for others, and now I see what I do and I smile. That's the question. That's kind of where I was at, Claire. How hard is it to dare? Because to feel grateful, you have to sit in a state of comfort, don't you? You have to allow a certain amount of bliss. Oh God, this is gorgeous. You have to allow that softness. And it's the same softness we get with forgiveness, with surrender, and gratitude. They are almost cousins. And I'm liking that so much, I'm going to write it down because I've just inspired myself. Does that ever happen to you? You ever chat to someone and you're chattering along and suddenly something comes out, you think, oh my God, that's good. So surrender and bliss. Forgiveness, that was it. That's what I put, forgiveness and gratitude. They're cousins and they sort of sit on the same line on a vibration. I'm going to have to check up on the vibration scale. But it's almost like those states. If you're in forgiveness, you have to settle. If you're in acceptance, you settle. It's soft. It's not pressured. It's not tense. It's soft. So beautiful, Claire. To be truly grateful is finally getting easier because you used to feel guilty for not doing enough for others. And there's a few people that I've spoken to that have had this very similar urge. I have to keep doing for others or else what am I for? What is my point? And we actually spent a lot of time shifting that energy. And I have to say, I spent a lot of time in my life shifting that energy to be able to say, if you exist and you breathe, that is your worth. You have to earn it. You don't have to sell yourself. You don't have to trade it. You don't have to work for it. I'm afraid work is a myth that was created by the rich to enslave the poor. Oh yeah, I went there and I said it. Making a living, earning your keep, contributing to the greater good is all bullshit. Your job is to be happy and to bring your gift to the world and to fit your place in the jigsaw. For some people, that is working with their hands. And for some people, that is using their muscles. And for some people, it is their mind. For some, it is their hearts. And for others, it's their soul. And the word of work, or the word work, is a 4-letter word, and I find it quite offensive. And we need to stop bringing it into the discussion about our personal worth. You all went very quiet when I said that. I'm suggesting I've pricked a few thoughts, so I'm happy to hear what you have to say about all that. Naya said, as I learned to be more present and I enjoy the food. You like the food for Christmas? Okay, I get it. Donna said, gratitude is my core foundation, as is partnership with the absolute consciousness. Gratitude must be paired with action. See, action I'm all with. Action is great. Action is being inspired from above, from spirit, to create a thought form in the mind, to bring into the body, to move it through the body, which is taking action, and therefore to express the soul, the way I look at it. And it's the system I use here. We have 4 words for each of our trump cards. You know how my cards work, guys. So this system that I work with, whether you're coaching with me, whether you're doing my online course, whether you're using my cards, okay, each of the keywords, there are 7 of these, and each one has spiritual word. So realization, the realization of truth, the great truth falls upon you from spirit, from what is, from the all, from the connection, the web, the matrix that we are all connected to, falls into the mind, where you make, in this case with goodbye, you make a decision, you have a thought. So you've been inspired by a realization. That's almost a moment, is a feeling. Decision is a thought. You bring the thought down into the body, and here it's completion. So it means you've taken a series of actions until you complete them all. And then the soul expression is to move on. So the soul needs to flow. All of the cards are the same. Spirit, mind, body, soul. And that's the energy that we do and that we use in every single part of our life. These cards look at the 7 states of being. I'm pretty sure there may be more. Maybe I will research it. But right now we're looking at these 7 as declared by the 7 states of Sufism back in the Middle Ages, or, you know, many years ago. Okay, Sylvie said, Yule is more important to me than Christmas. High five for that. Donna said, also, I've stepped away to connect you to my large speaker and I would love a card when it's time. Okay, Donna, thanks for that. Nikki said, I wish Christmas was a lot more about loving and feeling rather than giving. It's so overrated. Absolutely, Nikki. And I presume you're a Christian lady, and it must be very difficult for you to see the extreme commercialization when you want to connect with the spiritual aspect of it. It is very frustrating. I actually find Yule more spiritual. My spiritual nature is more pagan. I immediately think of Yule as being something like midwinter in a forest in Germany, where poor people are gifted things from those who have more, where rich people give to the poor, where they find a warm fire, where they are fed, where they are wanted, where they are allowed to come and gather together in a safe space. That's, to me, is what I feel about Yule. It's, you know, poor people in a village all gathering together, bringing all the bits and pieces from their larders to share a feast, to connect with their neighbours. They help each other, they give to each other, they love each other, they keep each other warm and safe through the winter. And that's, to me, what the Yule essence, the spiritual essence of Yule is for me, rather than the Christian story, which is fine. You know, you have Christmas, it's all good. So who we got? Donna and Kerry. The card requests are coming now. Here they are. Crystal, I need you to stand behind me and be my warrior. Well, actually, Crystal, you've written be my worrier. Now, no, I will not be your worrier. There's no need for worrying, but I will be your warrior. More than happy. I am happy to be your warrior, Crystal. Have a chat with me. Catch up with me somehow. PM me or make friend requesting or something. Let's have a natter, and I'll see what I can do. Because I've got very big wings. I don't know if you can see them. One day, it's on my list, on my Christmas list, is to have some wings, some proper full on, I want to swear now, some proper full on fuck off angel wings with feathers, and then literally have them attached so that they would express out. And I'd want them so that they can actually come forward. I don't kind of want cardboardy stick on ones. I want them to embrace you, because spiritually I feel I have them, and I feel that when I want to help someone, when I want to love them, when I want to care for them, my angel wings just literally come around and like a barrier. And on the outside, they're almost like lead. They're bulletproof, they're shatterproof, they're flame-proof. And on the inside is soft, and it's feather, and it's warm, and it's caressing, and it's almost like a dream of like a cloud. On the inside, it just envelops you in bliss and on the outside is this solid, impenetrable coating. And I feel that that is my inherent angel energy, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, Hannah said, I'm grateful when I wake up in the morning, a warm bed, a roof over my head, in spite of things being how they are, and a pair of dog eyes that look at me with deep love. Life is magical, isn't it? And yes, it is. And those very simple things are magical, Hannah, and I'm so glad that you see them. Because again, I know that there are challenges. I don't know what they are completely. You haven't talked about it with me, but I do know that there are challenges with you. And I'm so pleased that you can feel those moments of delight, because yes, they can be fleeting. I understand that. We can't sit into this gratitude and then maybe hold it forever. It's difficult. That's it's like an extended meditation, isn't it? To sit in gratitude for an extended state of time. It's a bit like people say, are you happy? Generically, yes, kind of. There's nothing wrong and fine, but to feel happiness, to feel that ecstatic sparkle and then keep it going for a long period of time, it's actually really, really difficult. And that's why I wanted you all to come and gather and to share today, because in sharing your gratitude, you'll spark it in someone else and you'll remind someone else, and then you'll invite someone else. And now we're actually creating this uplift, this upsurge of energy, of gratitude and appreciation. So thank you for playing and thank you for joining. And as always, if you've asked for a card but you can't stay to the end of the broadcast, don't worry, because I will pull for you and you can always come and look at the replay. Kerry said, I get it sometimes, but I do often find myself just saying the words and not feeling the sentiment. Well, that takes a bit of time and practice, I suppose, Kerry. It just takes time to take that deep breath and to really wait. You've got the conscious knowing. You've got the spiritual understanding that you're very, very blessed. The conscious knowing that you have things to be grateful for. And then it just takes time maybe to settle and be still long enough to take that breath and to actually hold it within. And then know that you are expressing the soul as you say those words. Not saying them physically, but saying them from the soul. And it's like anything else, it takes practice. Donna said, we can make it that way, Nikki. And Hannah said, oh, me too, Nita. Jennifer's here. Hi, Jennifer. Sorry it took me so long to get down the comments to speak to you, sweetheart. I kind of got a bit stuck at the top. Claire said, my darling, I need to go, but if you pull a card for me, I'll listen to this again afterwards. Oh, don't worry if you need to leave, absolutely. Sorry it's taken me so long to get down the list. I go on a little rant. Hannah wants a card too. I will start cards really soon. Jennifer, no, it's not too late, Jennifer. I'll do a card for you, my sweet. Janie's here. Well, Janie did join. If you're still here, Janie, sorry I've taken a while to come down the comments list. Crystal said, can you draw a card for me? Of course, Crystal. And Naya said, I'd like a card. Angelina's here. Nikki, yes, warrior is a must in the season. Maybe there's a message in the cards for me. Can I get a card, please? Of course you can, Nikki. Who here thinks they're a warrior? How many of you feel your angelic wings? How many of you feel your inner warrior? And that every now and again, especially when someone else has been treated unjustly, or you know that someone is feeling bad and you really want to help them shift that energy. How many of you feel that you have that inner warrior energy? That maybe you hide it, maybe you don't kind of show it all the time, but you do believe it's there. Let me know in the comments. A quick gulp of tea. That incense stick has made me quite dry. And then I will crack on with your cards. I get out of breath when I talk for too long. Okay, thank you for bearing with me while I had a little drinky. Okay, Jennifer said, I am a warrior. And Donna said, indeed, and I do not hide it. No, you do not, my darling. And I'm glad, Jennifer, I'm glad you are a warrior. It's a new identity, isn't it? Because I think we were raised on stories of warriors, and they were very masculine, and they were very aggressive, and they were quite dangerous and threatening. And, you know, we've had this idea about warriors who go into war and rape and pillage and are unfair and are terrifying. So to own the word warrior as a woman, I think has taken a while to for us to reclaim that. I'm believing Wonder Woman may have done something for that. I haven't seen the film. I didn't watch it. If anyone's into that kind of thing, I don't know. So who's your warrior mentor? Who's your archetype? Who do you look up to? Who do you see? If you look out there and go, that's my girl. Is it a goddess? Is it a character? Is it a real person? Who represents your icon of what being a warrior? I'm really curious now. We've slipped into this little conversation and it's beautiful, so I appreciate it. And Jennifer said, I'm a warrior. Yeah, Donna said, I don't hide it. Jennifer said, especially when I protect children. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Mama Bear warrior. Oh, that's nice. I'm seeing a big brown bear with angel wings and armor and a headset, like the armored bear in the Northern Lights, but with wings and little babies at the side of her. Love that. Nikki said, I am a warrior. Rah, fabulous. Donna said, to hide it would be dishonorable to the energy of which it came from. Absolutely. And Crystal said, I do it for children and the elderly. Now, does that mean you will only do it for children and the elderly, or that's where it's been pulled from you so far, Crystal? Lucy Wakefield's here. Hi, Lucy. Donna said, oh, good question. Yeah, who's your warrior mentor? Who would you look up to and go, she is my poster girl? That is my poster girl, warrior woman. Who have you got one? Because I think it would be good for all of us to learn. I don't know if I've got one, to be fair, as I've posed this question. I don't know if I've got an answer. Sigourney Weaver has kind of got it going on for me. I think she's pretty much of a warrior. I'd like her on my team, definitely. Anna's here. Hi, Anna. And Hannah said, I mostly get on the warpath when those I love are in trouble, but then watch the out. Beautiful. Don't make me angry. Hey, Hannah. Hi, Anna. Now, Nikki said, I love Xena, the warrior princess. She is my person wrapped up in a character. That's a good one. I have thought of Xena for a long time. And Crystal said, pulled from me. Okay, so really you get triggered into your warrior self. They're like your kryptonite then. You get triggered into your warrior self where the elderly and children are concerned. Anyone who has no voice and can't speak up for themselves and is in danger of being overruled or overrun, then they pull that warrior from you. I love that, Crystal. That's very good. Excellent. So, guys, hi, Lisa. Lisa's here. We're having a quick chat. As I pulled the cards, Lisa, we're having a quick chat, and Nikki and Anna, rather, about the fact that we are warrior goddesses, that we are women warriors, and that certain things trigger us to bring our warrior to the fore. And then we were also having a quick chat about who our sort of poster girl warrior would be. I mentioned Sigourney Weaver for me. Someone's mentioned Xena, the princess warrior. If any of you are into mythology, I dare say, if Izzy was here now, she'd give us a few. Yes, I'll be doing cards, Anna. Yep, I'll pop you on the list. But we're just talking about, talking about warrior energy. And we're looking at our wins and we're looking at sharing our gratitude. So anyone that's just joined, if you've got anything that you're grateful for, if you're celebrating any little wins, pop it in the comments. I will read it out and we will give you all your hearts. And if you could tell us what stimulates your inner warrior to come to the fore, I'd love to know what situation brings your warrior out. And then who is your warrior poster girl? So 4 questions, 4 lots of things for you to be popping in the comments. Lisa said, I like Sigourney Weaver too. She is great. And Helen Mirren, I know she's an actress, but my God, for a woman who is sort of slender and beautiful and elegant, and Judi Dench, actually, these 2 women. I know they're actors, but I'm kind of into actressy people. But she, those 2, you want them on your side. Absolutely. Boudica, Anna. Yeah, well. Boadicea, as I was raised to say her, but no, it's Boudica, isn't it? Donna said, my mother was a warrior. Unfortunately, it wasn't until I was older that I could see her, but I did, and that's all that matters. That's beautiful. Mine wasn't, to my knowledge, never has been. And that's why it took me so long to realise I was. But hey, we wake up eventually and see the truth. Helen Mirren, she rocks. Dame Judi Dench, hardcore. Good women, powerful women. Oh, wouldn't you just love to be around the table with these women? Sigourney Weaver, Helen Mirren and Judi Dench, and a bottle of scotch. I'm suddenly feeling very inspired. Hi Lydia, welcome back from Greece. Oh, Cyprus, welcome back from Cyprus. Okay, I will crack on with pulling cards. And we'll start with Donna. What do we got for you? Donna's got Heart Essence. Sorry, I'm trying to find the light, cover the light so you can you see that? Yeah, you got it. You like this one, don't you? Heart Essence, Donna. The project that's pulling you now is the project from the heart. So don't worry about the to-do list. Don't worry about what makes sense. Right now isn't time to be like balancing the books or checking the budget or booking flights or doing anything practical. And they're really ridiculous examples, but I hope you understand. Right now, I want you to be sinking into your heart essence and sharing it. So whether you are speaking with groups of people and sharing your dream, just like we're talking about, actually, this warrior energy, it's your heart essence. It's what really matters. And you're going to be pulled more and more in the next few days into your heart essence. To speak, to share, to send out and to express what is in your heart and what truly matters. I think like we're drilling down to the key point of you, your existence. It's almost like your seed energy I'm feeling. This is really interesting. I'm seeing DNA strands and a seed. And it's like, if we, oh gosh, I'm getting a strange vision. The wind is blowing and the sand starts swirling around you. And the sand swirls and swirls and swirls, and you turn into sand. You turn into fragments, 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 and swirl until there's nothing left but a seed. And in that seed is everything that makes you, you. So like the tree, it's the nut, it's the seed. And the seed of you contains all your DNA, all your physicality, but it also contains all of the knowledge of all the lives. It's your Akashic records, all the lives from the past, present, future, and all the dimensions. All this needs in order to be activated is the touch of spirit. A magical touch, the electrical touch. And it only needs, as I'm seeing now, it's like one drop of water, drop. And it's you, but not you in physical form. It's you, and you're everywhere. And it's like every grain of sand that you were pulled out into at the beginning. Every one of those grains of sand is you. So there are billions of you, and it feels universal. And this is all really weird, and I hope this isn't freaking you out. But that's everything that just popped through me right now as I was looking at this card for you. Don't blame me. I'm only the messenger. Okay, so heart essence for Donna. Does that mean anything to you? Okay, Lisa says, my warrior comes out to protect my children. Yes. Donna said, right, not to be distracted by the mundane. Thank you. Yeah, but did you get the next bit? Okay, Kerry. You need to put your attention to what will flourish. You're being called to pay attention to what will grow. Do not pay attention to barren patches of land. Do not pay attention to empty rooms. Do not pay attention to memory and the past. Put your attention within and attend to what is growing. For within you is a garden. And as you tend that garden, it will grow. And that garden will grow abundant under your care and under your loving gaze and under your attention. Where so forever you place your attention will grow and multiply and bring you everything you need. I seem to be having a rather poetic evening tonight. I hope that helps. Okay. Donna said, thank you. It's my essence, breaking open my own seed coat to bloom. You're spot on again, friend. My fave muscle. Fabulous. I like this. Okay. Hope that was all right for you, Kerry. I seem to be having a bit of a poetic download this evening, which is all fun. Okay, Claire. Claire does have to go, but I said I'd pull her a card. Okay, Claire Shales, you get choice. And you get to choose how you spend your time, and you get to choose what you do with your day. And you get to choose who to be with at every moment of every day. There is no time or place where you have to do anything beyond that which you choose and that which is right for you. Go where you are honoured, go where you are welcome, and go where your spirit feels lit and light. Choose what feels good and be led by your heart and soul. And in those choices, you'll be led forward on a path which is light, bright, and leads you to fortune. So you get the card of choice, and the poetry continues. Who knows? You've never seen me do a poetry one before, have you? I've obviously got a poetry muse with me this evening. It must be all this talk of warriors that my warrior is obviously a poet. Okay, Hannah, this is for you, my darling. Ooh. Okay, Hannah, identity. You've had this one before. I see someone putting on a hat and putting on a scarf, like a feather boa, in like a thrift store, a charity shop. I feel someone walking in who looks quite plain and unremarkable. Someone that would walk down the street and no one would really notice her. And she goes into this store, which is like a second-hand store, a thrift store, where there are Victorian garments and trunks and boxes, fur coats and feather boas and sparkling dresses and jewels. And there are collectibles of all kinds. So it's a real rummaging kind of store full of treasure. And this lady goes into the store. And while she's in the store, something in her changes. And as she tries on a sparkling dress from the 1920s with glittery, shimmery sparkles, and she tries on a coat with a fur hood. Don't judge me for the fur, it's there. And she tries on a hat with feathers and gloves which are made of satin. And she starts to transform into someone from a time beyond. And it's as if she's channeling the ghost of the people that actually donated these clothes. And suddenly within her, there is a flamboyant, sparkling laughter in her throat. There's a smile on her face. And people recognize her. They see her. She walks down the street wearing these rather remarkable clothes. She's chosen some silk stockings and some little shoes with tiny buttons on the front, which are from another time, a time from long ago. And she doesn't look weird or odd or strange, but she looks intriguing. And then she walks down the street and everyone sees her and everyone says hello. And people smile. And gentlemen open doors for her. And ladies and their children look at her and smile in wonder because she looks delightful and she feels delighted. So this story, I feel, is looking at you about how it is time for you to maybe choose how you look, how you dress, how you express, and how by choosing a different expression, people will see you differently because you channel a different part of yourself. And it feels very adventurous and very decadent and very joyful and very much fun. And it doesn't have to be all day, every day. But maybe there's an alter ego in there. Maybe there's another personality that needs to come out, that maybe needs a hat or some gloves or maybe some different shoes to just give her a bit of a sparkle and bring her alive. So Hannah, you got the identity card. Okay, how are we doing? Are we all still here? So Jennifer, you are next. Claire Banks has joined. Hi Claire, thanks for joining us. Lovely to see you. What are we thinking so far? Where are we? And remember, I'm asking you, if you are a warrior and you feel your inner warrior, who is your warrior poster girl? Who inspires you? Who reminds you about how powerful a warrior women can really be? Pop that in the comments and let's keep the conversation going while I'm doing the readings. You guys can amuse yourself while I'm working. Tina's here. Hi, Tina. I'll pop you on my list. Lovely to see you. Okay, so Jennifer, your turn next. Right down there. Okay, Jennifer, you get the remorse card. And the remorse card acknowledges that things aren't always the way we want them to be. And sometimes things happen that hurt, that break, that rupture, that pull apart the way things were and the way we thought they were going to stay forever and ever. And that hurts, and it's uncomfortable, and it leaves a hole. And that's where we step into grief, and where we step into sort of trying to fix. And the state of remorse within this card especially is all about understanding that from that space of grief, that gap, that broken place, which can happen to us at any time in our life. It can happen through change, alteration, just through the changing of the seasons. You know, you can't stay summer forever. But during that, in that broken place, then we find this new growth. We find these new possibilities. And as we were talking today about sharing our wins and our gratitudes, I think one of the things that we can look at here is the fact that even in pain, we have the opportunity to heal. And in grief, we have the opportunity to be soothed and to find new friends, so that everything that happens to us can have, I suppose they used to call it a silver lining, but we can find something to be grateful for and to appreciate, and that is worthy and is powerful. And it's hard and it's not easy, and you need people around you to help you find that space. I'm not sitting here pointing a finger saying you can do it all on your own and there's no reason why not. No, of course it's hard, especially if your habit is to look at the gloom and look at the doom, and your habit, is the way you've raised, the experience you've always had, is to almost celebrate the pain. And I'm asking you to step into the joy that you will find within the pain, because it is there. It really is. And it's not easy, it's not simple, but it can be done, and it exists for you. So I hope, Jennifer, whatever the struggle might be, that within that struggle you know that you are supported and you are loved and that you are safe, and that there is room for you to find the joy and some new growth, some new opportunity. And it may take time. You know, these things don't always happen straight away. Okay, Crystal. I think this is your first time with us, Crystal. Are you still here? Let me know in the comments that you're still here. Jennifer said, this is so perfect. I am pleased. I do worry sometimes, especially when the cards look a little bit sad. I do worry that I'm going to upset people. But thank you for saying that, Jennifer. That really means a lot. Naya said, I wanted to ask, does the energy of your hand, does the energy of your handmade cards feel different to you than your printed deck, like new shoes? Oh, you're referring to these bananas. No, not really for me, because Naya, I've been card reading for a very long time, and the card itself isn't the power. You have your energy, I have my energy. We're kind of making a loop, and it doesn't matter where you are in time, space, or the universe. We're kind of connecting. The card is the conduit, the bridge, the vehicle. So whether I'm using these new bright new shiny ones, or whether I'm using my old paper ones, as you can tell, tonight's readings are very different from last week's or the week before. So I'm usually very practical and very tonight's very poetic, and that just, it's what the energy of the evening brings. Yeah, sort of brings what it needs, if you like. So no, not to me, they don't feel different. But again, I've been playing with cards for a very long time, and I never did a course. When I very first was given my first cards from Zoe Gale, who is a mutual friend of mine, and Donna Mills, who's on here. That's how I met Donna. She did a reading for me, and then I did a reading for her. And I said, look, I'm going to read the cards. You tell me what the positions mean, because I don't know. So she told me the positions, that's me, that's the past, that's the future, that's this. And she gave me the idea of what the setup of the story was. And I just looked at these cards. It was Rider-Waite, the traditional tarot cards. And I kind of read this story out, that I looked at this and told her what I thought about her family and her background and going to America and the pain in the background and why she'd left and how it would work out and what would never work out. And kind of had this story just rolling through my mind. And then I looked up at her and she was sitting with tears rolling down her eyes. And she just went, oh my God, they're yours. And she just gave me the cards. So from then on, that's how I've always read. I look at the picture, I look at the image, and then stops. I can feel it, I can see it, I can hear it. It's yours, I give it. And as you can tell, I could pull the same card for each one of you all night, and you're all going to get a different message because it's your message I'm giving to you. The cards are simply a conduit. And I would hope that when you get your own set, it'll work that way for you as well. That there's a suggestion of a word and a suggestion of a picture, and you can start working with that. What does the colour mean to you today? What does the picture mean to you today? What does that word make you think of? What does it remind you of? And it will start a little chain of events, and before you know it, your mind starts allowing a little thought form to flow. And again, it's about this feeling. It feels good. It's real, in inverted commas, i.e. I'm not making it up. I'm not creating a story in my head, because I would know that, because I would feel the power in my head. I would feel the thinkingness on if I was making it up. Does that make sense? If I was creating a story, thinking about it, because I'm just allowing it in and out. I've just turned the tap on and I just let it flow through. And I can feel that, because this is like a joyful kind of tingle and an ease and a warmth and a swishiness of that flow that you feel when you're reading, that isn't, oh, I'm going to look at the book and see what the book says, because that's fine, that's great. That's not what I do. That's just not what I do. So I hope that answers your question, and probably about 20 million more. That's a long answer. Jennifer said, thank you, that's beauty. Okay, thank you, my darling, I appreciate that. Crystal said yes. Yes, you are still. Sorry, I said, are you here? And then I went off chatting to Naya. Sorry, Crystal. Cards are potent. They can be yours, Jennifer. Unless you've already ordered some. I'm not sure. If you haven't already ordered some, they can be yours. Please buy them from me. If you have already ordered them, they won't be long. I'll be delivering them soon. I'm sorry, I can't remember. And Zoe is my first in my list of people to see this trip over, and I'm bringing my cards. That's brilliant. And the story of identity was beautiful and felt so channeled, darling. Yes, didn't it? I quite enjoy these stories myself. The stuff's coming out. My brain's going, oh, that's good. I like that. Which is why I have to write things down sometimes, because it's like I've heard it for the first time. You've started intuitive reading rather than checking the book. Brilliant. Naya, let's get on a call and do me a reading. Do you pull some cards for me? I'd love to have a reading. I'd love just to see what you can pick up for me. That'd be fantastic. Now, I'm back to you, Crystal. Sorry, my darling. Okay. An unspoken truth. Tina, Nina, I've just started doing that as well. So Naya, both of you, we should get together. Let's have a little party. Lisa said, I love your enthusiasm and confidence. My problem is confidence in front of people. It helps when you're a born show-off. It does help when you quite like the sound of your own voice. And it also helps when you make believe that everyone thinks you're wonderful. When you're in a part of the world and in your state that you think absolutely everybody hates me, they're all going to think I'm a complete dick, kind of doesn't flow as well. I had to get past that. And now I don't care, really. I actually, honestly, I'm at the place where thank you all for being nice to me. But if you all went, you're a dick, then that's fine. Because, if you think I'm a dick, you won't come back. Eventually, I keep doing lives and no one turns up. I'll get the message. I'm not very good. While you're all turning up, that's the thumbs up I need. The lovely comments and the hearts make my heart swell. So I would suggest you get out there and have a go, Lisa. And do you know what? You do kind of fake it till you make it. I was tremoring. It took me 2 hours to do a tarot reading. About the first 20 that I ever did. It took me 2 hours to lay out the cards and read through every single card. Even intuitively, I was knackered by the end of it. But I learned and I skipped through, and then I stopped using the cards, and then I started doing direct readings, and now I can literally just sit with another person and have a little chat, and things come out of my mouth and they're like, oh, holy shit. And I'm like, wow. And we're both, wow. And everything gets really exciting. And we have a little party. And I look and go, where did all that come from? And I'm still as excited by it as you all are. But I digress yet again, because Crystal is waiting for her card. And she's never going to come back again, because she's going to say, what's the point in coming on this reading? You never get your card because she just keeps chatting. Crystal, truth. Oh yeah, that breath, that's kind of part of it. Change state, okay? Truth for Crystal. Time to admit, it's time to share, it's time to say what you've been avoiding. It really needs to be said now. You have protected other people's feelings. You've avoided the subject, danced around the issue. Like we were just saying a moment ago, if they don't like it, excuse my language, they can fuck off. If they love you, they'll accept it. And if they don't, then you move on and you find people who will. Do you see that fire? That fire of truth. It burns, and when you don't express your truth, it hurts. When you express your truth, it lights you up. The fire of truth is illuminating, and it warms you and it warms everyone around you, and it's a beacon. It's a beacon of hope. It's a beacon of passion. It's a beacon of safety. The fire of truth, which is unspoken, burns you up. It rages, it simmers, it festers, it irritates, it confuses, it clouds the issue with its smokiness. So Crystal, welcome. I'm glad you're here. You're getting a bit of a hard reading this evening, but I hope you understand what this is referring to for you, because there is something, now this may be really major, or it may be absolutely minor, but it matters to you today, right where you find yourself. Stop beating around the bush. Stop kind of hedging your bet. Stop sort of avoiding it and hoping it will all go away. Please, I beg of you, bring it to the table. Share it. It will all work out well in the end. I'm sorry you had to wait so long while I got a little distracted with the chattering, but I hope that was helpful for you. Okay, back to my comments. Lisa said she will do. She's going to have a go. Tina said, you're just so awesome and I love you. Well, thank you. You can keep bringing those kind of comments to me all the time, because I'm not even shy. I love it. Crystal said, yes, I am. Oh, phew. Donna said, yes. Donna said, listen to her, Crystal. I'd love to know what it is you're sharing. You know, that's why my readings used to take 2 hours, because I'd go through all the cards and I'd give the person all the stuff. And then I'd go, now, tell me what's happening, because I'm a woman and I'm nosy and I want to know the gossip. So then they'd say, well, you see, that's my dad and that's my mom and that's my husband that left me. And then they'd tell me all their stuff. And then I go, oh, well, and I'd get more information. And then it would roll and roll. And I'd do a whole bloody coaching session for them for like 20 quid, because I didn't know, I didn't understand, and it was a long time ago. Quite frankly, if I was to do today what I was doing back then for 20 quid, I would charge 150 quid, because that's, you know, it was worth it. Those people didn't need to come back to me. These weren't readings where you came back every month and had another reading. They didn't need to see me probably ever again. You live and learn. But yeah, that's how it used to work. Jennifer said, I love watching your energy field when you do this. It's so fluid. Crystal said, it's very major. Thank you. Oh, Naya missed your card. No, you didn't, because you're next. It's just taken me that long to get down the list, Naya, because I got a little bit, you asked me a question, I went all off on a quandary. Oh, top one. It's exchange, Naya. It's a given and a taken. Oh, okay, I'm looking at the fruits today for some reason. They're catching my eye. Considering I drew these pictures, I shouldn't have taken surprised by them, but I'm looking and going, oh, fruits. The tang of the oranges, the citrus, the sharpness. And then I'm looking at you and I'm feeling mango and banana, and I'm feeling rich, beautiful sort of tropical fruits. I hope that's not offensive, but I'm feeling tropical fruit essence from you. And then I'm feeling a citrus fruit essence. So I think this is two different types of people. I think the tropical fruit essence, the sweet, luscious, sort of sticky sweet is what I'm getting from you. Your energy is it's very sexy. This is a very sexy energy. The citrus is sharper, it's tart, it's stimulating. And I'm getting a feeling of you two, these two people needing to exchange. This is almost sounding a little bit rude. Needing to make an exchange of their energies, of their essences. I don't really want to continue because it's all feeling a little bit under the table. But does this make sense to you, Naya? Have you got a gentleman who's, I'm drinking a smoothie. It could be that you need to put more citrus in your smoothie. I don't think so. It feels almost like there's a guy, possibly, who's quite sharp, quite biting, quite cutting. It's not negative, but his attitude, his feeling, his vibe is quite spicy. And that you're bringing this quite luscious, juicy, full, sensual energy. And that those two are exchanging. You know, if it's about you needing to swap out the mangoes for the lemons in a smoothie, I don't know, you can take it like that, but that's not what I'm getting. I hope this makes sense to you, because it sounds all very, very juicy to me. Yeah, sort of thinking on an energetic level, the difference between tropical fruit and a citrus fruit, the zing and the sweetness, the sugar and the spice, the power of the citrus and the long sort of drawn out delight of the tropical, and how you can mix those two energies with people, and you need both of them to bring the best flavor together. That sounds very weird. You read me so well. I'm glad this makes sense, because quite frankly, you know, I'm saying this stuff going, it sounds like madness. Okay, I'm glad you understand. You are a bit of a passion fruit, aren't you, my sweet? You make it sound so rude. I'm sorry, I'm not being that. It's not that kind of show. Although maybe. No. Okay, Nikki, are you still here? I'm not seeing many goddess warriors, archetypes, kind of models, poster girls. Poster girl, well, come on, I want them in the comments. Poster girls for your warrior self, please. Nikki, you get prayer. Oh, it always makes me laugh. Nikki gets prayer. And yeah, I know you're praying a lot. I know there's a lot of prayers going out there, but this is telling me that your prayers are being answered, because what I see is for every prayer that you have uttered, there's been a tie, sort of tied on the tree. And those of you that remember my original cards, if I can put this down for a moment, the original image for the prayer image card was a tree with the ribbons on it. Now, it wasn't half as pretty as the one I've ended up with, which is why I changed it, but this is what I feel with for you, Nikki. Yeah, you see, the original one was a tree with the ribbons, like when you tie a ribbon on a tree. And I feel for you that every prayer that you've uttered has been a ribbon tied on the tree. And now, as you see my card now, the tree actually has all the colours in it. So what I feel is that those prayers have been absorbed into the wholeness of who you are, and that all of these different colours represent your strength. The yellow is your strength, the orange is your power, your red is your stability and your power and rootedness. The purple is your spirit, your guidance. The blue is your vision. So all of these parts of you have been embraced. So you've sent out the prayer, you've tied it onto the tree, it's been fully embraced in, and has produced this beautiful rainbow image tree, which we have here, which is you. You are your prayers that are being answered. They are being answered through you. And they are sort of, yeah, it's like I see each human being I see as a tree in a very strange way, which is why I use these tree symbols. And for you, Nikki, at the moment, I see that you are this prayer tree. that you are literally shining out all the colours of your prayers. You pray for strength and you are strong. You pray for compassion, you are compassionate. You pray for honesty and you are honest. Does this make sense? More and more and more, what you pray for, what you ask for others, you then embody. So this is you embodying your prayers. That's the word I was looking for. And I want to acknowledge you for that. And that's the reason this card has been pulled, because you are being acknowledged, because you are embodying all the prayers that you are sending up. So now in a way your prayers need to shift. So rather from can I have, your prayer changes to thank you for making me. Okay, so when you look out and you see inequality and you want, what would the word be? I suppose you want fairness, you want balance. I want your prayer now to be thank you for making me balance. Thank you for making me fairness. Thank you for putting through me the power of humility, of joy, of charity, of care, of compassion. So you do not need to live in a state where as a human being you look out, you see what's missing, you feel fear and anxiety and feel you have to fight to bring other people to make that happen. Now you look out into the world and you see what is missing, and in that moment you realize this is your prayer. Your prayer is the awareness, and in that awareness you also become aware that you are the answer to that prayer. And you embody the answer to the prayer that you're asking. Is this making any sense? Because I'm feeling now like I'm flowing in a circle. This is where I scan down and see if you've answered the question. Okay. Wow, yes. Okay, good. That makes sense. Does that make sense? Does anybody else pick up on that? Does anybody else feel that that might relate to them? That you're in a place in life and you're looking out and you're seeing something. So, for instance, my daughter went through a phase of being very, very affected by seeing homeless on the street. And we know it's a massive topical issue, and you can go from the really sympathetic to the really, I'm not really sympathetic at all, and everything in between. She started to get very, very concerned about street homeless. And then just lately, she has started giving lots of money to charities. Now, she's only 16. She'll be 17 on Tuesday. So her money is quite precious and got a bit of pocket money. And she's obviously gone through most teenage states. So I get my money, I spend my money, I get what I want with my money, which is all great. But lately, she said to me, there was a collection at school and I put £3 or £4 in the bucket, and I saw the man on the street and I gave him £3 or £4, and I wanted to put £5 in that charity box. And to someone who might earn £20 on a Saturday, to give £5 to charity is a big deal. And I've realised that she's seen a need, she's embodying the need and becoming the answer to that need herself. She sees the need for compassion, she is compassionate. She sees the need for giving and she's giving. And it's just hit me this moment that this is what we do. So the next time you see something that bothers you, that upsets you, that scares you, and you kind of feel yourself going, I wish it were different. Can that change? And that could be anything from world wars to the adverts on the TV for the rescued puppies. I mean, literally anything. Even your mum and dad arguing and you wish they'd get on better. We don't need to sit in a state of feeling helpless. We now need to understand that we are all connected, that we are all part of a matrix, that our energy is universally connected and cannot not affect. We can't work in isolation. So as soon as you see the thing and identify the thing you want to see changed, subconsciously or consciously, whether you physically send up a prayer or whether you just feel the feels, you want it to improve. At the same time, if you can step into an acceptance that you are that improvement, and that you will, again, as we said before, see the realization, have the thought, embody the action, then the actions you take from there on will embody and express your soul as the answer to your own prayer. Wow, this is big. I'm going to have to watch this broadcast back to see all that again for myself, to remind myself what I just said, because I think that was pretty good. How do you feel about that? What are we getting? What are we thinking now? Because that came out of nowhere and I like that. I think that's a good one. Okay, so I'm going to whiz back up here. Jennifer said, not weird, perfect. We speak weird, said Jennifer. Not sure. Tina said, haha, you're so funny. Noya said, I love you, Liz. Thank you. You're brilliant. You're a brilliant woman. Oh, bless you. Nicky said, I'm here. Lisa said, you would be a great warrior poster girl. You inspire people. You are lovely and amazing. Oh, can I please? Can I be the warrior? Lydia, would you paint me as a warrior? I know you want to paint. I want you to paint me as Rhiannon in the woods. But if Lydia, if you're still here online, could you do a picture of me like you did Tamara as a fairy? Can you do me as a warrior? And can I have a horse? And sort of like armor and angel wings. Can I have all the chisel, please? I've just ordered my new painting from Lydia. Okay. Jenny's here. Hi, Jenny. Well, she did join, and Sue joined. Whether they're still here or not, I'm not sure. But hi, thank you for popping in. Jennifer said, Persephone is yelling at me to name her as my warrior fire. She is being a bit loud right now. Lol. Burn, baby, burn. Jennifer said, I'm not sure why she's calling. Well, ask her what she wants to share with you, Jennifer. And if she cares to share before the end of the broadcast, let us know. We'd all love to know what Persephone's got to say. Oh, my God, it's 7:10. You lot, you're leading me astray. And I have more. Anna and Tina, I've still got to do your readings. I haven't forgotten you, if you're okay to hang on for a minute. Nikki said, this makes me happy. Wow, yes, be more intentional with my prayers, be more grateful and accept my skills. It's more than accepting your skills, darling. It's accepting your energy and accepting the magic, which is you. You are the answer to your own prayers. Amazing. Just amazing. We need to chat again. We need to chat. Anna said, me. Oh, you resonate as well with that, Anna. Fabulous. That's brilliant. Donna said, I thought that was perfect. The embodiment of all that we pray, wish, and incarnate into. It wasn't bad, was it? I'm quite impressed with that myself. Tina said, I've been doing that a lot, helping others in need, even if it's a smile or a hug. Sometimes that's all someone needs. Absolutely. This is the thing. It doesn't need to be a big action. You've been inspired by, I see someone in pain. I want them not to be in pain. I can offer in that moment what feels right is a hug. My next door neighbour, bless him, he's not well. He's kind of at the end. And he's knocking on the wall and I popped round to see him. I said, are you okay? Because I want a cup of tea. Because his granddaughter was asleep upstairs and she didn't know he needed her. So I went in and made a cup of tea, fed the cat, fed the dog, gave the dog a cuddle, had a little chat with him, sorted him out, came back round again. And it's like, well, it costs nothing. It literally is nothing. And yet it means everything to someone who's alone and who hasn't got anyone to talk to and needs a cup of tea and can't get out of bed because he's bedridden. So he can just knock on the wall. I'm sitting here having my cup of tea for my breakfast and I hear a little tappy tap tap. But all right, he just woke up again. So I pop round and go make him a cup of tea. And it feels kind of lovely, I have to say. It's really sweet. So well done, Tina. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but it matters and it's true and it's honest. Nikki said, yes, this has tears in my eyes. I will embody and accept my prayers and be thankful for answered prayers. Please do, Nikki. You don't need to work hard at this, darling. You don't need to work hard at this. And by the way, your next book, I am the answer to my prayers. And I'll give you that and you can have it and take it because that's your next book. You've done how to be principal, how to be, I'm sorry, I've lost the title now, but about principles in schools, which to me was a book about your knowledge and your training and your experience. And it was kind of an arm's length book, which was quite almost about out there. But for you now, your next book, because it's got to be the second one, you are the answer to your prayers. And you get to share this part of the story, this realization from faith, from the community you live in, from what you see, from what you feel, from what you were called to do and why, and the understanding now that this is how it works, that this is how it all works. And if you want to have a chat about that and get some notes written down, I'd be more than happy to chat about that because that just feels so powerful to me that your next book is you called, you are the answer to your prayers and will be amazing. Damn, why does everyone else get all the good ideas? So not there. Naya said ripple effect. Crystal said, I love that. Naya said Joan of Arc with wings. Yes, yes, I will. Yes, Joan of Arc with wings. Nikki said, yes, we need to chat. Yes, please. Just give me a PM, Nikki, and we'll set up a time and we'll have a natter about that. So, Anna, and we have gone over time, and I apologise, and I hope you guys are okay to wait. So, Anna, it's your card. I don't have to be quite so panicky tonight, although I do think there are people in the other room that might want to use the kettle. But hopefully they can give me 5 minutes. Okay, Anna. Anna, you get the goodbye card. Ooh. Feels like there's a significant goodbye around you right now, and that it's time to acknowledge that you can't hold on anymore and that you can't keep things the way they were. And you have realised this but haven't accepted it. And it's not just your decision to make. You have to allow someone else to make their decision too. And that it's a time for them to move to completion and moving on. And it feels very imminent, and it feels that it's beyond your control, and it's about accepting. It's very much about accepting that this is what it is. This is what it is. And it's okay. And it's a good thing. And it's time. And you can feel proud, and you can feel that you did the right thing. You know, you've done the right thing, and you've done so well. And that it's okay now for this goodbye to take place. Now, I don't know timeline. I'm sorry, I haven't got a timeline on this. But I think it's about you accepting this state so that it can then happen. Because while you don't accept this and are almost like looking away from it, it would make it harder to happen. But it doesn't mean that it has to rush. It doesn't mean that it's imminent. But I think this is about just talking to you about accepting what is when the time comes and when it's right. Does that make sense? I'm not prophesying anything, and I'm certainly not here to say that things are imminent like tonight or anything like that. But it's about a truth that you've been holding a long distance off, and you'll feel better when you can embrace it lovingly. I hope that makes sense and doesn't sound too morose. But let me pop that one down for you. And Tina, you get them. So okay, we haven't got any more comments there just yet. Tina's the last one on my list. If you are watching and you haven't had your card and you want one, you need to quickly pop your name on the list. Other than that, this is the last one. Anything else you want to share? Any questions you want to ask, or anything else that you need to put, please do. If anyone's interested in purchasing the cards and you haven't seen a link or know where to find them, please pop a link. Just put a comment there now and I will shoot a link to you. And if you're interested in taking me up on my special offer just this weekend, which will expire at midnight tomorrow, of 2 packs of cards plus 1 coaching session plus the 8-week online digital course of Diamonds in the Dust, how to find your inner diamond, which is good, I have to say. It's amaze balls, and I'm improving it all the time. Then please just give us a shout and I will hook you up. Right, Tina, last one. No, you're that one. Okay. Tina, you get the thanks card. And where did we start tonight? We started by celebrating our wins and sharing our gratitudes. So Tina, you're being called to really step into a state of enhanced appreciation and valuing both yourself and those around you. Being balanced in your giving and your receiving. And expressing your heart essence, which is also the first card we saw this evening, the heart essence card, which we saw for Donna. So you have taken us beautifully full circle, Tina. Thank you so much. The color yellow represents your solar plexus, is your power source. So when you stand in gratitude, when you stand in thanks, when you stand in appreciation and know what you value, your power is at its utmost. And there's nothing you can't do. And I'm getting the sense of you being like a little bulldog right now, because I know what's what. And I'm not going to let anybody shake me from my beliefs because I am powerful. Power has been a big word tonight. We've been using a lot of power in our words. So how do we feel about that? Does that make sense? Oh, Lisa, did I put you on the list? I didn't. No, I can do you, Lisa. Don't worry. Sorry, I just didn't write you on my list. I'll do you next. It's all good. It's not a problem. So, Tina, thank you card. I hope that works for you. Let me do thanks. Am I looking pink? So I'm feeling very hot in the face. I'm sorry, Lisa. So Tina's happy with what she got. I'll do one for Lisa now. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Oh, you don't have to not have one. I just didn't have you on my list because, you know, I just kind of lose track as I'm going along. So anyone else that was watching that hasn't had a card or forgot to ask for one. So well done, Lisa, for responding to my prompt. Here we go. All right, last one. Is it the last one? Yeah, nobody else has popped in. You got in by the skin of your teeth, Lisa. And you get the attention card as well. Okay, for you, Lisa, it is turning your attention to that which you desire, which you value, and where you find the most joy. Do not allow your attention to be bulldozed, pulled, or bullied into the wrong places. Don't spend time pondering on what doesn't work. Don't spend time pondering and looking and examining and questioning things which make you feel miserable. Release them, because there's nothing you can do about it anyway. And then turn your attention to making things beautiful, to bliss, to joy, to what matters. Turn your attention to the face, to the sun, and don't spend too much attention looking at the weeds on the ground. Does that make sense? Every morning, today I commit to paying attention to that which gives me joy and which brings me joy. And I commit to allowing that which doesn't to pass through. A little affirmation. You've got a pen, you can grab it and write that down. Today, I pledge to pay attention to that which brings me joy. You can all have this. And I agree to allow that which doesn't to flow through. Water off a duck's back. We don't need to be looking and paying attention to things which didn't matter. Okay. There you go. So you've got that as well. Okay. So we're done. That's all good. We're happy. How are we? Are we good? Are we happy? Have you had a good evening? What time is it? It's 7:20. I've loved being here. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you for all your wonderful comments. You've been brilliant at looking after each other. It's been fantastic to communicate with you. If you want to talk to me further about my work, about how I can help you, in so many different ways. Yes, I've got courses. Yes, I've got paid sessions, and I'm also available just to chat to you on Messenger and to be here for you. You know, I do a lot for free, and I offer paid things because I have rent to pay. Okay, so I've got a job, but you know, at the same time, I don't turn you away, and there's people on this thread that would prove that to you. Okay, I want to be the change for you because that's what I'm here for, and I want to see you be the best change for yourself. So PM me, send me a friend request, or ask to join our Hidden Pathways Oracle Circle. Everyone that's buying the cards is joining the circle, so you get a card pull every day. Yes, I realise I missed on Thursday and Friday. Things got a little bit away from me. And I am hoping that there's going to be a lot more activity and different events happening through that group in the coming year. So it's all going to get very exciting. So I hope you're all happy. I hope you had a good evening. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're good. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you so much for tonight. It's my pleasure. I do love being here. Love you, Donna. You are a star also. Thank you so much for playing with me, ladies, because if it wasn't for you, I'd have no one to talk to. And you know what? This shizzle doesn't work when you're on your own. It really kind of doesn't happen. So, mwah, to all of you. See you soon. Don't forget, like and share the video on your feeds or in your groups and let everybody else know what's going on. Okay, see you next week. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.